Easy for you. You've had a couple good, really good games back to back now. Just what has changed for you, or do you feel like something's changed to have these kind of performances?
I think just my focus and my mentality. I think I've been working on stacking good days, and I think these last couple weeks in practice, I've been super focused, super intentional in everything I've been doing offensively, defensively. But yeah, I also think it helps when my teammates are playing incredible and find me the ball, set me great screens, and they were so great tonight.
Your last three third quarters have been 17 points, 17 points, 18 points. What is it coming out of halftime that's been working so well for you? Is there something that you're adjusting at the half, or has it just played out that way?
I mean, I missed all my shots when we came out at halftime and I was shooting, so either they were all going to go in or I was going to miss all of them. But like I said, my teammates have been setting me incredible screens, passing me the ball, giving me great passes, and just setting me up and getting me great looks. So all I have to do is shoot the ball, which I've been doing every day for like the last 20 years. So they make it super, super easy for me.
Azzi, this team kind of was missing a signature win, and then you guys come down here and hand South Carolina's worst home loss in decades, basically. Do you guys feel like you had to prove anything, like when it came to just like what you guys can do as a team, or do you feel like this is like what you all expected, this team could look like by the time we hit February?
I think a combination of both. Thank you. I think kind of the collective mindset when we came down here, there was just a really, really good vibe about everything. No one really spoke about it, but if you had asked me before, I felt great about the game. I think everyone felt really great about going into this game. But we have yet to play a great 40 minutes of basketball, so we did have to prove that to ourselves, and we did that today.
Sarah, what was, again, going off the last question, the mindset that you guys had coming down here? You know this program at South Carolina, and you know how hard they play. How did you guys keep focused on the tasks that you had to do?
Yeah, we just stayed together throughout the whole game. Our focus was on being aggressive as them and boxing out and just playing every possession.
Sarah, for you to play in this game and knowing that your mom's from South Carolina, just what was it like, the atmosphere, and to be in this kind of high-pressure game?
It was a great atmosphere. Most people were against us, but we played against that and just stayed together. Okay.
It felt like you could kind of feel the momentum building for you guys, especially like in the second quarter. Was there a point where you kind of felt like you guys had this game, like it was going to be your day?
You don't want me to finish it?
No, just go.
Okay.
Just go.
Kind of like I said before, I think just from the start, I think we knew that whether it was going to be a close game, a battle the whole way through, or we were going to go, I don't think any of us expected it to be not a close game, but I think we were ready for whatever they threw at us, whether it was a one-point game the whole game, like we were ready for whatever, and so I think we just never let up, and like I said, we needed to prove that to ourselves that we could never let up for 40 minutes. We haven't done that yet, and so it was really, really good to see us do it. Felt good.
Azzi, you mentioned feeling really good about yourselves in advance of the game, but to come out and actually do what you did and win resoundingly on the road against one of the top teams in the country, how much does it change in your mind the complexion of the season at all, or boost your confidence even further for what you're capable of, say, next month?
I mean, I think we all knew that we were capable of this, but it does mean a lot. It definitely does boost our confidence, actually seeing ourselves do it. And Paige said it best in the locker room. Now that we've done it, we can't get complacent, and this has to be, kind of our standard here on out. We can only get better from here. We can't let this win be the best thing we do the rest of the season.
Geno, when we spoke to you the other day, you ended one of your comments with, to your left. Hi.
Yeah.
You said something like, if ever we put together the perfect game. Was this close?
Yeah. Perfect is a bad word. We've endured perfect seasons. Where you're chasing something that's so difficult to achieve. To me, the idea of playing, perfect basketball is more about decision making, making sure that we're connected and playing 5-on-5, that players are in tune with each other, that you're getting contributions from a lot of people at key times, you know. Hey, I've come down in this building and won by a lot, come down here and get smacked a little bit, you know, a couple times. So I know how hard it is to play on the road against a great program like this. And you're going to have to be, not perfect, but you're going to have to be pretty darn good to be successful down here. And our rebounding and transition, I said our rebounding and transition defense are going to be the two things. And we have to win this game with our offense. And I thought in those three things, our rebounding, our transition D, and our offense, that's about as close to perfect as we've been all year, for sure.
Geno, in this season particularly, how narrow is the gap between great teams and elite teams as compared to maybe just as soon as 5 years ago?
Yeah, the topic's always been about parity, you know, and there were a lot of years when there was tremendous parity among the top five, you know, top six, some years as many as top 10. I do believe that the landscape started to change, and now certainly, you know, in the era of NIL and portal, players have more opportunities to go to more places and feel like they can be successful. There's still, don't get me wrong, there's still the teams that, you know, are always near the top. It's not quite as bad as football yet, but there are a lot more really good teams than there have been in a long time. Super teams, great teams, maybe not as many of those, but certainly a lot more really good teams that would make for a truly interesting NCAA tournament.
You had a season high in rebounds today, out-rebounded a team that's bigger than you pretty handily. Just what did you feel like was the biggest change from a week ago in having that much success on the boards?
I don't know, Emily, that's a good question. They may have said it right. I think there was a collective mindset of there's a team mentality that you have to have, and the rebounding stats are always about effort and about, you know, how bad do you want to win, as opposed to I hope we don't lose. And I think that more than anything else was evident today, that we played to win, that there wasn't any, you know, I hope I don't miss this shot. I hope I don't. I'm not going to take this shot because I don't want to miss it, or I'm not going to go after that rebound because I'm tired, or whatever the case may be. This was a play to win game, and that's, you know, we could go down to Seton Hall Wednesday night and get out rebounded, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Kind of on that note, Geno was extremely aggressive in the first half. Did you feel like this is the game where she kind of had to put things together?
Who's that?
Jana?
Yeah. I thought that first quarter she set a little bit of a tone for us in the lane. You know, we've been talking all season long about what's our strength, you know, and I told the team, I said, I think we're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. And I hope that we can add something to that, something in the lane, something around the basket, something a little bit easier, something that's a toughness thing. And I really think that today Jenna played the best game that she's played since she's been at Connecticut. for sure. And that's something to build on for her. So that's great.
Geno, South Carolina UConn is a matchup that every single year gets a lot of hype and attention. And with game day being in town, the game being broadcast on ABC, and lots of fans being loud throughout the game, what does this particular game mean for the sport of women's basketball as a whole?
The interesting thing about that question is the Texas-South Carolina game was a big game too, you know, and everyone was paying attention to that. The LSU-South Carolina game was a big game. So the UCLA-South Carolina game was a big game. Connecticut-Tennessee was a big game. You know, Connecticut-Notre Dame was a big game. You know, Connecticut-USC was a huge game. There are more big games now than there used to be, and they involve more than just UConn and South Carolina. So those are the ones that get a lot of attention, which is good. You know, you have to have that, you know. But I think there are a lot more big games now that people are interested in watching. And I'm really proud of that, because that means our sport has grown. And yeah, this particular game, there's a lot of history. You know, we've played them a lot of times, regular season, NCAA tournament, both here and both, you know, in Hartford. Yeah, so this is a great rivalry. And it became a rivalry when they started winning, you know. Became a headache for me when they started winning back home, but it became a great rivalry. And I think that's, you know, one of the premier games in college basketball right now. It means a lot. It means a lot to a lot of people, which is great.